Okay. Okay, it's 6:30 here. Let's sit straight, close our eyes, start with the Guru Vandanam. Okay. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvatetam Gaganasalsam Tattvamasyavilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhootam Bhavatetam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Navami. Nityanandam, everybody. Welcome to Kailash Kotyad, our manifestation session, 4th week, doing the third eye powers of Sadashiva. Beautiful. So nice has been the whole sessions of third eye because so much of clicks and so many clicks is happening, so much of energy is happening. I think third eye is like most like one of the most passionate powers of everybody. So everybody is like very curious. I want to do. Everybody is having a breakthrough. It's like not only a breakthrough in the consciousness over matter, but breakthrough in third eye also is happening. It's been pretty long since we did third eye for adults, right? So, and online, I never ever dreamt that people will be cracking like this, doing the third eye and getting into the next levels of third eye. It's so beautiful how Swamiji has spoken so much of third eye. He says all the gurus all over the world talk about third eye, the main, like the Agnya Chakra. So because the whole thing, the whole spiritual science starts with the third eye. Because once we understand the third eye, then we understand the whole consciousness and we are ready to live an enlightenment space. Swamiji, but beautifully explains the whole science of third eye, how we understand consciousness, right? We understand the whole science when we start breathing and breathe out, that something more than us is making that happen. It's not our mind. If we understand that it's our mind, something, we are going to stop it and forget it, and that's it. We won't even exist. But something more is there which makes us breathe in and breathe out. When it comes to breathing, we are very clear. But when it comes to other things, a cup of tea, we do not understand that consciousness is making us do even that. If we click with that, a cup of tea, we will click with everything else in our life. Everything is run by consciousness. The whole body, mind, and consciousness. The whole system is run by the consciousness. If we understand who is the source who's running you, if you start looking inside of you, how we are existing, we'll go to the beautiful deeper science. How do we read through the third eye? We are reading through the third eye when we are between the thoughts. So what is the gap between the thoughts? The restful awareness, the consciousness. So consciously, with awareness, we are able to understand there is a space in us, which is consciousness. We can exist in that space. That is why the more and more power manifestation, Swami says, more and more we are in the conscious space. Once we are in the conscious space, then we understand that confidence that we start radiating. Once we start radiating the confidence, the powerless space disappears from us. Because this restful awareness can only happen when we are more and more powerful from powerful cognitions. That is why these powerful cognition classes are very important for power manifestation. When you understand the powerful cognition behind power manifestation, you know how it works, how the third eye works, how your consciousness works. If you know how the whole inner science, you know the logics of inner science, that's what Swamiji says, then you got it. You know how to live and you know how to exist in the next dimension, that is the conscious. I am Paramashiva. The more you are doing conscious reading, that is third eye reading, the more you are in the powerful space. The more you are in powerful space, the powerless wither away. The powerless space withers away, the more you are in such oneness with Swamiji. What is oneness with Swamiji? Such romance with Swamiji, such love with Swamiji, that he's making everything in your life happen. Not only your breath, not only you thinking, not only you walking, but every point of my life, he is manifesting. You will come to more and more that conclusions. You will manifest everything in your life. If you come to the conclusion, more and more Swamiji is manifesting. He's taking every bit of your life and making the best reality that you want. So once you micromanage inside you, more and more love happens. And more love happens. When we love anything, because when we are very happy, when we are very joyful, when we are in such deep romance with something, then we are in such a beautiful space that we have gone beyond the time. Because when you love something, for example, you just love a movie, you forget it, forget time. It just flies away. Same way, you are in such oneness with Swamiji, time is disappeared in your life. You live in a conscious being as a manifesting person. That's it. I am manifesting Paramashiva's space. I am manifesting the space and the dimensions of Paramashiva. The whole cognition shifts from the human mind to human body to conscious being. That is why power manifestation, even though you come just 1 hour, it makes a huge difference to your conscious space. Anything you do with power manifestation or powerful cognition, it shifts you to a great extent. So once you're in such a beautiful, powerful space, Sadashiva says, you live eternal. That is why he says, Sadashiva has come down to give us all the power manifestation so that he can live forever in the age of 16, right? He's always 16. You do not age because you do not have time. You do not age. You don't have time. You do not die. You are just eternally present. When you want, you can drop the body. That starts with this power manifestation. The more you power manifest, the more you're in oneness, the more you're in the gap of Paramashiva, where you manifest the reality, more you become powerful. So the powerless place just withers away. The more the powerless space withers away, the more we are in the Sadashiva space. I am Paramashiva. Once you're in the space of Paramashiva, then you are in the enlightenment space. You do not have powerlessness inside you. Then you do not have time component. Only Swami says when you have powerless, powerful component, 2 components, the 0 and 1 happens, the time happens. Otherwise, the time does not happen. It becomes a pure conscious space where I cherish only Swamiji as my thought current, manifesting all the reality, just oneness with Sadashiva. And I know everything is Sadashiva, so I started enjoying the whole celebration of Sadashiva. That is when life becomes a celebration. Life becomes so beautiful. We are in the real conscious space. We understand there's much more to life than just mere living with the suffering and powerless and thought currents and completions and so many things which we struggle day in and day out, which will not be there. There's no struggle zone. It is only possibility, an infinite possibility. That becomes your lifestyle. Only if you start living this space of Paramashiva again and again, manifesting powers, you're going to see that expansive space. So I want you to take 5 minutes, write down what is this more and more power manifestation, what is this more and more conscious space, which leads us to beyond time and beyond the whole space The whole dimension that we are going to be is in the complete romance with Sadashiva, complete oneness. We are going to cherish that so much that we are going to forget time component. Time component is what? Length, breadth, depth. The depth going to the level of confidence is so much, it anchors you so much, then you forget everything other than Sadashiva. You are able to grasp it. So you write this, only if you write it, the words will come out. It will become a beautiful understanding for you, a cognition in you. So when you manifest powers, you know why you're manifesting powers, how it is happening in your life, and how you are going on becoming more confident. Everything in your life start becoming more and more beautiful. People who are around you become more beautiful because you are beautiful inside. People who are around you also have to become beautiful. You're now more integrated to what you believe, and so people around you will get more integrated. The whole health, wealth, and relationships start becoming more and more reality because you are becoming more real. So everything has an effect on it. It's because it's like an infinite mirror. You go and stand in the middle, what will happen? If you change the cognition in you, it will change in all the mirrors. You are the source code. If you change the source code, then all the code which has the same thing which runs the part of it will change everything. So we are changing the real inner space to I am Paramashiva. The more and more I am Paramashiva, I'll be more and more restful. The more and more I'm restful, more and more third eye reading. More and more third eye reading happens. The incompletions wither away. And then my depth gets into such a confidence. I will be in oneness with Swamiji to manifest whatever reality I want. Such beautiful things Swamiji teaches us to live in a conscious space where restful awareness is the lifestyle and all pervasiveness is the lifestyle, where I become infinite possibility. So if I want to think of a person, I'll just think in my mind that person will call, and that person will do what I want him to do or her to do. Because I'm in such oneness, life has to align everybody to me as in oneness. So that is what I hold inside, that becomes outside life too. So such beautiful space starts flowering in us. So let's take 5 minutes, write down our understanding of how beautiful life flowers around us, and then we'll go to the sutra. Yes, ma'am, we can have Mahavakya. Yes, now you can mute and have the chant. Yeah, we're going to read out the sutra and then the explanation. Thank you. All these sutras are compiled by Swamiji just for us to manifest all these powers. Amazingly, he has taken real pains to get 2000 verses, about 200 powers that he has aligned for getting us into such beautiful space. Yes, just a minute.
The Shastra Pramana is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 37, Dharana 14. Dhamantah kshoba sambhuta sukshmagnitilakriti bindum shikhante hridaye layante dhyayato layaha. Dhamantah kshoba sambhuta sukshmagnitilakriti bindum shikhante hridaye layante dhyayato layaha.
Beautiful. It says, experience the flame of third eye. That's the sutra heading. Such a beautiful sutra. Swamiji gives the translation by placing the subtle pressure or the awareness on the light energy in the eye. A spark of flame resembling the form of the tilak, the sacred mark between the eyebrows, the Agnya chakra, comes before the eye within. Placing the restful awareness on this bindu, the one pointed flame in the third eye or at the crown center, it opens up the heart cave. When this deep awareness reaches completion, there is an absorption in the light of ultimate consciousness. This state is Swamiji state, Sadashiva. I am Paramashiva state. So Swamiji says, actually he beautifully explains in one of the satsangs where he says the Mooladhara is like a creative energy. It has the whole Mercury in it. when the pressure that we put from breathing, the prana energy pushes the whole thing through the cubes of the spinal cord. It pushes through the mercury up to the crown center or the Agnya center, and a spark of light happens. So when we are sitting down in the mandalas, Swamiji used to tell the Balasans, hey, who all you see the light? Come on, tell me. They are all having third eye initiated, right? Tell me who all has a light in the third eye. So he used to actually play with the Balasans, asking them to find the light in the third eye. Actually, you will be having a light happening in the third eye when you start manifesting all these powers. This Kundalini that is there, right? The energy goes right up to the Agnya and starts expressing as third eye. That is the whole beautiful space. But Swamiji has given us this courtyard space where we can express all these powers. And he has given the Jnana Paddhati, which clearly defines these things. I'm just going to go further in detail. The whole summary that is given, the power of third eye is manifested by placing the subtle pressure or awareness on the light energy within the eye. By this shines forth the spark of the flame in the form of Trinetha Tilak, the sacred mark of the third eye. This fire-like light is the Bindu, a single pointed flame that expands and opens up the heart. Why it says opens up the heart is, more and more we are in the third eye, then our oneness with Swamiji becomes so beautiful. So it opens up the heart chakra, right? When the yogi keeps the constant restful awareness of this light within oneself and allows this awareness to reach its completion, one is absorbed in the cosmic light of Sadashiva, the ultimate consciousness. So once we start doing this third eye reading, we are in the space, I am Paramashiva. Continuously, if you do 21 times, then we can become the demo ready power adept. That is why Swamiji gives us Trineth Tilak that time. So this whole power manifestation takes us to the next level of consciousness. How this just doing this power manifestation, who didn't join before, I just want to reiterate. The third eye, the more and more you do the power manifestation, the restful awareness, the more and more power manifestation happens. It's between the thought, in conscious space only, any power manifests. Any power, if you're manifested, it's the conscious space. That is I am Paramashiva space. So oneness with Swamiji starts expanding. So the more the powerful space, you become more confident. Because you're very confident, the powerlessness withers away. The mind withers away from that. So the whole powerful space that you will start cherishing more and more of oneness with Swamiji. Such a romance, such a oneness, such a love with Swamiji will start happening, because so much of gratitude in whatever he shows. Everything you take will be a success. Everything you do will be much more than what you wanted to do, because your focus is not in the outer world. Your focus is oneness with Swamiji, and oneness is Paramashiva, the space of oneness. That manifests as reality. You catch the glimpse of the consciousness. So that will start expanding in you. That will start becoming your lifestyle in you. And the way you are inside you, that Swami says logic of consciousness. The same thing happens outside you, and you start manifesting that as reality. You will start understanding the whole science of reality, how you exist. Same way people also come to you. The people approaches to you, the people changes in your life. Everything will be how you hold yourself inside. If I am very confident I am Paramashiva, nothing can go wrong, because everything Paramashiva manifests. I have the ultimate science behind me. So I don't have to go wrong anywhere. So if I am so confident, then my life is also so beautiful. People around me are also so confident. Life becomes more beautiful. Then I am more cherishing that, and life becomes more excellent. I am Paramashiva. This is how Swami says the conscious space start becoming reality for us. we start living enlightenment beings. The more and more power manifestation, the more and more we become the real. And if we understand this cognition behind the power manifestation, then it becomes a culture, an enlightened civilization, Kailash ecosystem starts happening. So this is the beautiful sutra that Swamiji has given us as a cognition today. So if you have any question or you would like to share some experiences from yesterday, or you have written something you want to share, please go ahead. Or you have a question, please go ahead.
Nityanandam, I'd like to ask something, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, earlier today, I tried to do some of the third eye, well, just closing my eyes and seeing what would happen, and I was totally relaxed. I did have a bit of a kind of a not negative but slightly down kind of a morning, but all of a sudden I had a lot of shaking and moving of the head, and it wasn't me doing it. It was just naturally happening, and I don't understand this. I do sometimes have a rocking movement when I'm meditating or sat quietly. So can you please explain this to me?
Yes, Ma. Again, if you're enjoying that, then it is expansive cognition. If it is getting you incomplete or some pain in the body or something which is not expansive, then even these experiences is not only limiting cognition, the mind is playing on you with this level also. So just see whether you are in such a bliss, oneness with Swamiji. If you're in oneness with Swamiji, whatever happens is auspicious. If anything other than oneness, like it limiting you, you have a doubt about it, the minute you have a doubt, you can be very sure it is from the mind. Because once you're enjoying so much, it will be only an experience sharing. There will be no questions for it. If you have a question that something is right or wrong, then surely it is wrong. Be very clear that we can say that limiting cognition can only come up with questions. It cannot give us experiences. So we can have very clear differentiation. When I'm bliss, I don't question anything. I just enjoy it. I forget that I am enjoying. Only if it is a problem, we remember it. And then it becomes a limiting cognition for us. So just let it, whatever happens, let it happen and wither away. That's all. Don't hold on to it or don't say, no, this is not me. Just let it happen and just don't give power to it. That's all. Whenever mind happens in us, we understand that's how mind works with us for years and years. What will it do? It has been taught by us only. So let it be there and let it slowly just diminish and vanish away or raise itself into our frequency. That is what Swamiji says, right? The whole thing will raise into our frequency also. So let's not get incomplete with that. That's all we need to do. Got it, Ma?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ma. Yes, anybody, any other beautiful sharings? Any sharing from yesterday, the third eye, or any sharing that, or any clicks that you have got and life-changing beautiful space, you can please share that also. And you can put it in the chat also for, if you don't want to speak up and you think like you want to just put it in the chat, you go ahead, put it in the chat also. So we'll see how you've been experiencing this third eye. Why we are giving this program, again, I want to explain. There's a three part. One is the completion space and one is the sharing space. When sharing, only you voice your head out. So when we voice only, we listen the maximum. So that is a spiritual practice itself. That is why causing is given as a practice, because we don't listen to anybody. We listen to ourselves the maximum when we speak. So that is why we have one particular time that we give more of sharing sessions and where we can speak up. And also when you're speaking, the space that you carry. Suppose you're doing a manifestation and you have an awesome sharing that happened in your life, then you want to share it here also, then you will be mirroring into everybody. So everybody will start mirroring that cognition into them also. Because this power manifestation session, all are in oneness with Swamiji, and we'll start manifesting very fast the reality. So that is why this sharing is given as a time so that you can open up and speak. And if you have questions, it will take you even deeper. It will give you such beautiful clarification. It takes us deeper. And the third part is the power manifestation itself. So many are joining new, so I just wanted to say. Yes, please go ahead.
I wanted to share something. It's Ma Samarpini, if I may.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. Please
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah,
So
yeah, please.
I've been very, very ferocious with the understanding that everyone is a reflection, that if I have a conflict or issue with someone, it's as if I'm speaking to the wall when I'm going to them to tell them something, or I'm irritated by someone. I am understanding there's nobody there. And I've been practicing this very, very ferociously, and I find these sessions we're doing, plus I'm doing the morning SJP sessions, have really opened me up. And I wanted to share something that happened while we were on the session last night, which I didn't really understand until today. So there was a woman friend of mine who was on the sessions who had dropped off, and she has been a friend of mine, and I introduced her to Swamiji 10 years ago, and she kind of changed her course, and I have not, in a way, but I always found conflict with her. And yesterday I called and I said, I wanted to know if you're going to come back on the sessions, and it would be really good for you. And we spoke about it and why. And she called me about an hour before the session, and she said, I've decided I'm going to go on this other path. And I heard a deep sadness in her voice. I felt a deep sadness myself. And during the session last night, I had this immense pain in my heart chakra. I was a little worried about it. I got up from the session. I went into the kitchen. I drank some water and I sat down. And I just really witnessed this feeling in my heart chakra. And then I realized that she is an extension of me, and that a part of my doubt, some of my delusion, some of my doubt has left me. And I was seeing it over there. And I was feeling actually something extraordinary happening in my heart chakra. And I believe that, it feels that I pass through a portal or something. I just feel transformed by it. And then I no longer feel any sadness for her. I don't have any sadness because I don't feel attached to it, because it feels like it's all happening within me and being reflected. I wanted to just share with, I don't know if you could tell me if I'm on the right track with this, but
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
See, you're getting really mature. I would say, see how Swamiji, if somebody says they have cancer, okay, it'll go off. Okay, next. What? The cancer just go away. That's all, one word, and there is nothing more than that. We will be like, no, he just gives only one word, and we are like, no, so disturbed and all that. And then we see really the cancer is gone, and that person is so beautifully flowering. And just one word can make such major difference in somebody. Yes, because he lives in such a beautiful space. So you holding that space, that that hardship for whatever you had for her, it was a pattern which is in you, right? So that part going away is beautiful. And you feeling that fullness, that is not, she is not gone anywhere. She's still there around for me. But the part which I used to suffer has gone out of me. So that is the withering away of what is happening without hurting you in any way. People are not gone anywhere. If you understand that they are a reflection, where can they go? The whole completion happens in us. There is nobody who's here and nobody is gone away. The completion is in us. How we hold everybody is in us, and how beautiful they are. She's not gone anywhere, actually. If you see, you will be actually having a more better relation with her, and more you will accept people as they are. And we will not have expectation and conditions in relationships, which always we are in having a vested interest when we come to relationships. Those things going away is good, because that only spoils the whole relationship. Every time we don't look at a person with pure love, like how a baby looks at the mother, we are more into, hey, why she's come, what she wants, how she's going to react. We have lots of questions when it comes to relationships. So when you practice the relationships, especially when you start looking in as everybody as a reflection you, it's a very, very, very powerful cognition. You'll be in oneness with everybody, and that full force with Swamiji ultimately expressing the whole space for you. That's so beautiful, Ma. You'll be able to move people. Try in SJP moving people, they'll simply move. They don't know why they will agree with you. Because you agree with yourself, they have to agree with you. So it will become a very powerful space. That's beautiful, Ma. Beautiful sharing, practical sharing. That's so nice. We got a very depth in our understanding when practical examples are given. Thank you so much. Okay. If anybody else have one more sharing, we can take it, or we can go to power manifestation, because yes, whatever it is, we have to make sure we get the IBANs, we get the books, at least gather like 5 to 6 books, and have picture books, and we are going to read sentences. Once, see, the whole thing I want to explain before we start. You can get your books, you can get your IBANs. Do not give more focus what you're reading. It's not about getting the word correct, getting the letter correct, or the pattern correct. That's not our goal. Your goal is to who is seeing through your third eye. Put your focus on that. Who is the seer? Who is seeing this for me? No, go on into the seer, and more than the scene itself. Scene, whatever happens, just record it for a poll purpose. That's it, like that. But more into who is seeing this whole thing. If you catch that trend, you will be able to see anything. See who is taking the coffee. If you know the breath, you're taking in the breath, you're taking out the breath, you know very well it's Sadashiva is making you alive, and your breathing is because Sadashiva is making you breathe. We don't use our mind to breathe, otherwise we would be forgetting and we'll be dead. So we know very clearly. Same way, your drinking coffee or your walking is also done by Sadashiva himself. So look who is doing behind it. We are not the body. We are not the mind. We came into this body to occupy and enjoy Sadashiva. So we came into this mind, we created this mind to help us with the chores. But we are not the body and the mind. So look behind it. When you look behind, you'll get the source of it. That is the space I am Paramashiva, and that is all pervadedness. And then we will catch to read anything on the planet Earth. That will be the ultimate space that we catch it. So as you do any power manifestation with the third eye, always put the focus on the seer. Who is seeing this whole thing? Paramashiva is seeing this whole thing. So get into that space more than the letters. That will be a side effect of what you're doing. So that will happen eventually. Whatever need to show, Sadashiva will show that. Okay, so beautiful. Let's have the Mahavakya. Sit straight. Have Swamiji, visualize Swamiji in your third eye and breathe in through the third eye. And put your blindfold. Do not leave your eyes without the blindfold, because we tend to start getting carried away with the world. And be with the paper, whatever the paper, book, What is showing, be with that. Yes, thank you.
Shiva.
Yeah, can you hear me? You can remove your eyebrows slowly. And anybody would like to share the experience of reading through third eye? Whatever you saw, you can share that. Whatever Sadashiva showed you. Yes, ma'am. Please unmute your mic and you can go ahead share it. Before we end the session, we can have a beautiful sharing. It's a very awesome space. Yes.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
I was pointing to some photographs and some pictures at random, and I was mostly just looking for colors, and probably 2/3 of the colors I got it correctly.
Wow, that's awesome.
Anyway.
That's good. What you got correct, be with that and slowly start celebrating that, and it will start becoming more and more into letters, words, everything. Super, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Yes. Anybody else would like to share? Please
Ma,
unmute
this is Omkarni here, and my cousin, I was just handing her random markers, and she got all of them right, the colors, most of them.
Wow. Yeah, when kid is there, they train the people very fine. Thank you, ma. Thank you very much.
And this is
That's
her
so
first
sweet
time.
of you. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Please make a video and post it. And thanks, Swamiji. That's wonderful. That will be a real breakthrough for her. Wonderful, ma. Thank you so much.
Wait, and
Yes. Anybody else? Yeah.
she also says that she can see moving light when she meditates. Do you know what that means? Sometimes like rings and waves.
Ma, that's why I don't leave the kids asking me questions. See how tough they are. No idea, ma, but whatever experience, hold on to it. Swamiji will show you, right? This is why kids should not ask questions. Then I can't answer. They are so beautiful. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. Usually it's the parents who talk for the kids, but kids talking for the parents. Omkari, you're superb. Thank you so much for a clarity. Right? Swamiji will show us what that means. Okay? Thank you. I don't know. Not only Swamiji has to tell. Thank you, ma.
Mark,
Yes.
can I
Anybody else
ask
want to share? Yes.
Before you said Bindu ends up being in the heart chakra, so is that the visualization then moves into the Nara Kala?
I didn't get what you said. The heart chakra?
Yeah, you said before that Bindu goes into the heart chakra. So does that mean that the visualization is there, then moves into Nara Kala?
See, the whole heart chakra, what I was saying is, when you start becoming more and more oneness with Swamiji, because you're more and more confident, then the love for Swamiji grows into the heart chakra, right? So that heart starts flowering into the whole space. That is what I mean by heart chakra. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, no, I thought you said Bindu goes into the heart chakra. Bindu turns into the heart. I might have heard wrong, sorry.
Yeah, I somehow get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand this. The third eye, the more and more confident we get into the whole space, the more and more we become oneness with Swamiji. That oneness makes us flower in our heart, right? The more and more love we cherish, the more and more compassion that we feel that Swamiji is doing so much for us. Literally, we get into such gratitude space. That holds that heart cave, it says in the sutra. That's what I was saying. You start getting in the phase of romance with the cosmos. That whole space, that heart flowers. That's what I was saying.
Uncompromised
You're getting
compassion. Yep. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yes, anybody else have question or sharing? Please go ahead.
Isma Anthony has. Go.
Yeah, hi, Mark. So I saw a P and a K, and it had green colouring around it, and the word was Pahutakawa, and I saw that in my third eye, and I also saw flowers, and this is my first time, so yeah, I'm a little excited.
That's really, really superb. Wow. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. Just be with the whole flow of life. Life is beautiful. We are meant to enjoy life. We forget that and we get to struggle all the time. So 1 hour break time from life, and we enjoy here as one whole global space that we start manifesting and enjoying the space of Sadashiva. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for manifesting the power. Superb. Swamiji, thank you. Yes. Does anybody else want to say something before we end the whole thing? You can make a post and you can share your experiences, because each one is got something totally unique. Swamiji shows them. Here somebody says the golden light for a moment, and the wow, chill behind the back and all that. Yes, golden letters start appearing, then they can get ready for Akashic reading. Swamiji is already giving everybody to grow into that Akashic reading, past, present, and future. So slowly and slowly we'll be reading the Akashic reading also, how Swamiji is guiding us, and we'll take it to that. Wonderful. Yes, the golden light is so beautiful, Ma. Thank you, Ma. I think, hey, Mama. Wow, that's nice. So it's so beautiful, all of your sharing, and great session, Swamiji. I was saying, actually trying to manifest a plate, and I manifested. I was just chatting with Joyce, and there would have been a little sound. Sorry about that. I got too excited. I want a plate, and I just got it. Somebody just came and gave a plate and went. I said, oh my God, what a space this is. Even I can just manifest a plate from somewhere. And I was a little bit making a noise with that. Sorry about that, but I was so excited. I said, okay, whatever sankalpa I want to make as a reality, I'm going to come to these sessions. I'm going to make my sankalpas about Gurukuls and everything. This is such a powerful space of so many of us being in the oneness. It's really a healing space and such a beautiful space, Swamiji. It literally lands on us and makes us manifest all these powers. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, each and every one of you. And we'll end this session with the Purna Mantra. Let's sit straight. Visualize Swamiji in our third eye and chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Bhagavan Sunitinda Parameshwara Padaka Padamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Please don't forget the spiritual routines. Bye. Thank you, Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, thank you, Mom. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.